Hello? Good evening and Shabbat Shalom, everyone. On behalf of Temple Sinai, welcome. Whether you're joining us here in the sanctuary or online, we're glad you're with us this evening. I'm delighted to help lead tonight's service alongside Cantor Shear. We're also happy to welcome Rabbi Moss, who I saw, who's with us tonight as he continues to recover from his eye surgery. Rabbi, we're very glad to hear that everything went well, and it's wonderful to have you with us this evening. As we welcome Shabbat together, may this evening be an evening of peace, renewal, and rest. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Good evening, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. Yes, I offered to let Rabbi Steve take it easy tonight, but apparently that wasn't in his vocabulary. In all of his years as a rabbi, he's never missed reading the Misheberach names because of illness, so even today he insisted on being here, and we're so happy to have you. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Before we begin our service tonight, I'd like to share a brief thought. This week's Torah portion, Erev, reminds us that holiness is often found not only in life's extraordinary moments, but in the quiet, everyday blessings that surround us. Sometimes we become so busy looking ahead that we forget to pause and notice what is already in our hands. That is one of the beautiful gifts of Shabbat. Shabbat invites us to pause together as a community, to breathe, to sing, to pray, and simply to say, Todah. Todah is thank you in Hebrew. Todah. Can you say it with me?
Todah.
Yes. Sometimes one simple word can become a prayer. And the next song that we are about to sing is called Todah al kol ma shebarata, which means thank you for everything you created. It reminds us that gratitude doesn't come from having a perfect life. It comes from noticing the blessings that are already here. Todah.
That was beautiful, Cantor, and it's so funny. My drosh echoes your opening remarks, and we did not coordinate that. I'd now like to call up for the candles. Barbara Weinberg.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, asher kideshanu b'mitzvotav.
And now I call Bill Palin for the Kiddush. Page 122.
Read. The heaven and the earth were finished, all the way array. On the seventh day, God finished the work that God had been doing. And God ceased on the seventh day and from all the work that God had done. And God blessed the seventh day and declared it holy, because on it God ceased from all work of creation that God had done. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher קידשנו במצוותיו ורצבנו ושבת קודשו באהבה וברצון הנחילנו, זיכרון למעשה וראשית, כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. קיוונו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. אמן. לחיים.
Very nice, thank you.
It's always a good year. All right, if you notice tonight, everyone, there's no choir, so we are going to have to sing just a little bit louder to help share out this evening. And if you would turn to page 138 and sing the Lachadodi.
128 for Yadid Nefesh first.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
That was not, I didn't see that.
ידיד נפש אב הרחמן, ידיד נפש אב הרחמן, משוך עבדך אל רצונך, משוך עבדך די 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 אל רצונך. ירוץ עבדך כמו הים, ישתחווה די 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 אל מול עדך. ירוץ עבדך כמו הים, ישתחווה די 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 אל מול עדך.
Now on page 138 for the Lachadodi.
לחדודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבל
If you're able, please continue to stand and turn to page 146 for the Baruch.
Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Die, 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 die. Die, 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 Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed. Le'olam va'ed. Yai, dai, 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 dai. Yai, dai, 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 dai. Yai, dai, 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 dai. Dai, 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 dai. Yai, dai, 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 dai. Yai, dai, 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 dai. Yai, dai, dai, yai, dai.
Praise be Adonai, to whom praise is due forever.
Praised be Adonai, to whom praise is due, now and forever.
Please be seated and turn to page 148 for the Ma'ariv Avarim. Please join me in the English on the bottom of page 148. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time, and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzvaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings ein evening. Baruch atah Adonai hamavariv avarim.
Lauren,
Now,
you read this too.
oh, okay. And now page 150 for the Avat Olam. If you could also please join me in the English on the bottom of page 150. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai, our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Amen. And now we turn to page 152, where we'll recite the Shema, the prayer that Jews all around the world join in, and we even read parts of it in this week's Torah portion.
afraid and you don't know what to say, then listen, listen to our God. Is there a question on your mind? Is the answer hard to find? Then listen, listen to our God. Listen with all your heart and soul, and with all your might. Write them and learn them and teach them well, every morning and night. Close your eyes. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
Please be seated.
Let us
Turn to page 154 of the V'yafta, and Cantor, are you going to lead? Okay. Just get settled.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך, בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך, ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם, אמת.
We now turn to page 158 for the Mi Chamocha.
This is a new tune. I hope you will like it. Please join me when you feel that you're ready. מי כמוך באלים, אדוני, מי כמוך באלים, מי כמוך נדע בקודש, מי כמוך נהדר. נורא תהילות, אוסף אלה, אוסף אלה. נורא תהילות, אוסף אלה, אוסף אלה. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע הים לפני משה ומרים. זה אלי, זה אלי, זה אלי, ענו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. Sing with me. מי כמוך באלים, אדוני, מי כמוך באלים. מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש.
That was very beautiful. I don't know how the two of you do so well learning Farut, all these different melodies. It's really, really impressive. We now turn to page 160 for the Hashkivenu.
השכיבנו אדוני, אלוהינו לשלום, ועמידנו, שומרנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני, אלוהינו לשלום, ועמידנו, שומרנו לחיים. ושמוצתנו, ובואנו, לחיים ולשלום, מעתה ועד עולם.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu, shomreinu l'chaim.
השכיבנו אדוני, אלוהינו לשלום, ועמידנו, שומרנו לחיים.
We now turn to page 162 for the Vishamru.
ושמרו, ושמרו, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. ושמרו, ושמרו, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם, ביני ובין בני ישראל. אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת.
If you are able, please stand up for the tefillah, where we'll read page 164 to 170 together, and then to yourselves to page 180, and you can say your own words or what's in the prayer, whatever in your heart, and just sit until we know you're ready. Thank you.
אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל העליון, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישוע, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
give thanks, modim anachnu lach, modim anachnu lach, modim. Hatov shimcha v'lecha na'eh lehodot,
That was beautiful, Shir. Thank you. Now you get to sit for a few minutes and relax, which is very rare for Shir. As we enter the month of Elul, many of us begin thinking about Rosh Hashanah. We look ahead. We are thinking about the year we hope to have, the people we hope to become, and the changes we want to make. We often ask ourselves, where have I fallen short? What do I need to change? Who do I need to forgive? And who do I hope to become? These are all holy questions. But this week's Torah portion, Erev, suggests that before we look ahead, we should look back. Moses is speaking to the Israelites at one of the most significant moments of their history. 40 years have passed. The wilderness is almost behind them. The promised land is finally within reach. And Moses knows something they might not yet fully understand. He knows he will not cross the Jordan with them. These are among his final teachings to the people he has led for 4 decades. So what does he choose to emphasize? Not military strategy, not agriculture, not how to build a nation. Instead, he tells them to remember. In Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 2, he says, V'darecha et kol haderech. V'zacharta, and you shall remember. Kol, all. Haderech, the path, the way, the journey. Remember the whole journey. Moses doesn't say, remember the destination. He doesn't even say, remember the miracles. He says, remember the whole journey. Not just the victories, not just the failures, not just the joyous moments, not just the painful ones, but the whole journey. But why? Why is Moses telling them this now? He's not in the middle of the wilderness. He's speaking when the wilderness is almost over. I think that's important because memory fades. Once they crossed the Jordan, once they planted vineyards, once they built homes, once their children grew up never knowing the wilderness, those 40 years could easily become just another story. Moses wanted them to remember while they still could, because memory shapes identity. If they remembered only arriving in the promised land, they might begin to think they had gotten there on their own. In fact, Moses warns them exactly about that. He says, do not say to yourself, my own power and the strength of my own hand have produced this wealth. The greatest danger wasn't the wilderness. The greatest danger was forgetting it. When we hear the word wilderness, we usually think of hardship. We think about hunger, fear, uncertainty, waiting. The Israelites certainly experienced all of these things, but Moses wants them to remember something else. He remembers that God fed them with manna. God saved them with water from a rock. God guided them by a pillar of cloud by day and fire by night. The wilderness wasn't only where they struggled, it was where they learned to trust. It was where they discovered that even on the hardest days, they were never walking alone. We often think that we meet God at the destination. Moses reminds us that we meet God on the road. As I reflected on Moses' words this week, I realized that I had been rereading my own journey through the lens of this Torah portion. Many of you know that this past year has been a difficult one for my family. After my mom's accident, life became measured by hospital rooms, surgeries, setbacks, and a long rehabilitation. On the second Shabbat after her accident, the day after she had aspirated and had been placed on a ventilator, neither my mom, my husband Dave, nor I could be here. Instead, we watched this congregation's Friday night service from her hospital room on YouTube. At the time, I wasn't thinking about remembering. I was thinking about surviving. I wasn't wondering what lesson I might learn someday from that experience. I was simply trying to get through another day. Looking back now, though, I remember something else. I remember Rabbi Steve showing up almost every day. I remember the phone calls, the text messages, the prayers, the cards. I remember hearing from current and former members of this congregation, from people who reached out with love and concern. At the time, I didn't recognize what was happening. Only now, looking back, do I see how God was sustaining us through the kindness of this community. Perhaps every generation has its own manna. For the Israelites, it appeared on the ground each morning. For me, it arrived in hospital rooms. It came through visits, through prayers, through phone calls, through people who simply kept showing up. When you're in the wilderness, you're focused on surviving the day. Only when you look back do you begin to see the manna. In just a few weeks, we'll hear the sound of the shofar. It calls us to wake up, to return, to begin again. As we prepare for the new year, perhaps Moses invites us to ask a different question. Not only what do I need to change, but also what road brought me here? Who walked beside me? Where did I encounter unexpected kindness? Where did I find the strength I didn't know I had? Where was God, even though I couldn't see him at the time? Perhaps preparing for Rosh Hashanah isn't only about examining our failures. Perhaps it's also about remembering God's faithfulness. So before we step into a new year, take some time to look back. Remember the whole journey. Remember the people who walked beside you. Remember the blessings that may have seemed ordinary at the time. Remember the quiet moments when God sustained you, even if you didn't recognize it then. Because when we remember the whole journey, we often discover that God was present in far more of it than we realized. V'zacharta et kol haderech. Remember the whole journey. May remembering the journey help us prepare for the journey that still lies ahead. Shabbat shalom. I now call up to open the Ark Natalie Zetter and Marie Porter, and I ask you to turn to page 362. Thank you, Cher. And thank you, Maureen, for...
אין כמוך באלוהים, אדוני, ואין כמעשיך, מלכותך, מלכות כל עולמים, וממשלתך בכל דור ודור. אדוני מלך, אדוני מלך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני עוז לא ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום.
I'm sorry, Mario Arizin, please come up to carry the Torah. I apologize.
שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד,
For the first Torah blessing, I call Michael Porter. I only have one. Do you want to do a congregational one?
First.
What do you want to do, congregational? No, only one? Okay. I know. You know.
We're going to start. Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach. Baruch Adonai hamvorach le'olam vahed. Baruch Adonai hamvorach le'olam vahed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Can everybody hear me? Oh, it's off. So we are in Parashat Ekev, book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8, verses 2 through 10. וזכרת את כל הדרך אשר הוליכך אדוני אלוהיך זה 40 שנה במדבר, למען ענותיך לנסותיך לדעת את אשר בלבבך, התשמור מצוותיך אם לא. You shall remember the entire journey on which the Lord your God led you through the wilderness for these 40 years. It was a journey that humbled you and tested you in order to reveal what was in your heart, whether you would keep God's commandments or not. ויענך וירבך ויאכלך את המן אשר לא ידעת ולא ידעון אבותיך, למען הודיעך כי לא על הלחם לבדו יחיה האדם, כי על כל מוצא פי אדוני יחיה האדם. God humbled you and allowed you to experience hunger. Then God fed you with manna, which neither you nor your ancestors had known. This was to teach you that a human being does not live by bread alone. Rather, a human being lives by everything that comes from the mouth of God. שמלתך לא בלטה מעליך, ורגליך לא בצקה זה 40 שנה. Your clothing did not wear out upon you. Your feet did not swell throughout those 40 years. וידעת עם לבביך, כי כאשר יסר איש את בנו, אדוני אלוהיך מייסריך. Know in your heart that just as a parent disciplines a child, so the Lord your God has guided and disciplined you. ושמרת את מצוות אדוני אלוהיך ללכת בדרכיו וליראה אותו. Therefore, keep the commandments of the Lord your God, walk in God's ways, and live with reverence for God. כי אדוני אלוהיך מביאך אל ארץ טובה, ארץ נחלי מים, עינות ותהומות יוצאים בבקעה ובהר. For the Lord your God is bringing you into a good land. It is a land of flowing streams, springs, and deep waters, emerging through valleys and mountains.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei holam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Thank you so much, Mike. יישר כוח.
Thank you.
So let us turn to, remember me. Shalom, everyone. Shabbat shalom. Let us turn in our prayer books to page 371 for Mishnah Berach. I'm coming up at this point in time since a number of people whose names we mentioned from Mishnah Berach, I write in my own handwriting. And I can't expect anyone else to read it, that's for sure. First of all, I do want to say that, and I thank Lori for her beautiful, beautiful darash, and certainly I'm grateful for the manna that I receive every day from God that sustains me throughout my life. And this week alone, having this eyelid surgery, and just yesterday, I wasn't sure what I would feel like tonight in terms of being able to attend the service tonight. And tomorrow's going to be myself and Cantor on the Bema tomorrow morning. And I knew that there are people in this congregation because we have some real gems in this congregation. And I thank Lori and I thank Laura, both of whom covered for me today at Harbor's Edge, where we bring Shabbat every single week to those in rehab, and also Lori for doing such a magnificent service. So I gave her the title of Reb Lori, Reb Laura, and of course our magnificent Shir is the other gem, who's always here every week. But it's wonderful to know that we can call, and I can call upon people, and there are many others as well in our congregation, to come and do what needs to be done in order to do the right things for us. So let's see. Hey, some stuff here. Laura. There we go. Okay. I think here it is. So we want. Yeah, I got it. Okay. So we want to offer Misha Beirach, of course. And when we ask you to offer your names for the prayer, is that Lori's going to do that because with these glasses, I'm not sure where the edge of the steps are. So, and so I offer a prayer tonight. We all offer for Amy Altman, Maxine Ars, Gail Beller, Robert Bortnick, Robert Bortnick, Erwin Botwinick, Susan Christopoulos, Dale Crow, Lynn Dunton, Elaine Farber, Heidi Fisher, Lila Goldman, Thager Goodman, Mel Grebel, Patty Greenspan, Aileen Greif, Joe Greif, Andrea Half, Jack Halpern, Marilyn Heller, Joyce Israel, Aileen Kamhai, Susan Kramer, Howard Lent, Donna Lopeda, Larry Lopeda, Harriet Meyer, Nels Miller, Melvin Mogel, Scott Moore, Edward Ornstein, Eli Orsoff, Alan Perry, Stanley Reef, Susan Mills Richmond, Logan Richmond, Stephen Sapoznik, Dean Savell, Don Schoenberg, Paul Schoenberg, Carol Sklar, Sam Shapiro, Bob Silva, Fred Simon, Joyce Simon, Karen Smith and Robert Smith, Jill Snyderman Powers, Sherry Spitzer, Larry Strauss, Susan Postal Sweet, Janet Thola, Mark Vogel, Zena Wagner, Lynn Weinstein, Warren Weiss, Marsha Werby, and also Larry Strauss. Also to mention Gina Haft, Stan Rieger, Jeffrey Doctor, Cindy Silver, Alma Brett, Marilyn Stahl, Ann Steinberg, Bruce and Claire Levine, David Osterman, Phyllis and Stu Eisenberg, and Nick Lampe.
And Rabbi Moss. Is there anybody? Laura? Lisa? Barbara? Anna? Oh, I'm sorry, Jane? Mom? Judy? Oh, I'm sorry, Bob.
Back row.
Thank you. Oh, I was about to go there. I was going this way, Betty. And for all those who do not have someone to say the Mishnah Berurah for them.
And for those streaming as well, please offer names of loved ones and friends.
Page 511.
571.
Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema.
The renewal of body, the renewal of spirit,
And let us say, Amen.
Now I call up Eric Adams for Hagba. God bless you.
Right after Misha Bera. Really appropriate.
Yes, literally, God bless you. Everyone stand, please. Torah, Asher Sam Moshe, Livnei Bnei Yisrael,
B'yad Adonai,
Yad Moshe.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל. אל תהיה אדוני ביד משה. יאי די 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 יאי די די
You may be seated. And now we turn to page 598 for the Mourner's Kaddish, and I have some names to read. That's Misha Bera. First, I'd like to announce the names of people who have plaques up on the wall. Morris J. Apple, Bessie Baker, Albert Barth, Edward Bennett, Henry Berger, Alvin Berkman, Sidney Bernstein, Richard Chase Broadman, Dr. Harold Harmut, Rosalind Chazen, Bessie Hodesh, Evelyn Farmer, Charles Feller, Rita Foreman, David Gorfinkel, Harry Heitner, Gilbert I. Hyman, Arthur Jackal, Chaim Jupiter, David R. Jupiter, Tema Jupiter, Sylvia Berg Cantor, Philip Kirschbaum, Gertrude Litterman, Gussie Lewis, Max Lipman, Isaac Nudelman, Isidore Rothman, Alice Weinstock. I'd also like to name the following who have yurt sites this week: Esther Aronowitz, Mary Berger, David Berman, Fanny Curran, Hyman Galler, Sandra Goischner, Max Green, Beatrice Grenlick, Pearl Horowitz, I love you, Grandma, Donald Landy, Andrew Mandel, Dora Meyerhoff, Diana Prince, Joseph Shesh, Sam Slepowitz, Gussie Sokol, William Steyer, Eleanor Streicher-Toch. Are there any names that I haven't mentioned? Please stand and turn to. No. Oh, I'm sorry, thank you. And we also mourn the recent passing of our member Edward Kay and Donald Michael Postel, Brenda Fennon, Harriet Diamond, Mimi G. Green, and Tom McCabe. Please turn to page 598 and stand for the mourner's Kaddish. And we also say it for those who have no one to say it for them.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברך חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה וזמן קריב יאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעלמי עמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתעבר ויתנעם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל שמי קדושה ברכו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירם בעלמא ויאמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיא וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו amen. Please be seated. I call now Betty Adams for some closing announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. Everybody can hear me? Yes? Good. On behalf of my co-president, Mark Breitbart, and myself, we want to thank Lori Weiss-Wolchin, Cantor Shear, our accompanist Feruza, our wonderful volunteers, everyone who participated in tonight's service, all of you here with us, and especially the cameo guy on the bima. We don't know who he is, but he's really good. And of course, everyone that's here tonight and everyone that's watching remotely. And as always, we are very grateful to our sponsors this week. Jeffrey and Martha Cohn, donation to the food pantry to support Temple Sinai's efforts. Barbara Walsh to the food pantry in memory of her mother, Esther Aronowitz. Harriet Holtzman in memory of her father, Joseph Shess. Pamela Nadler and Mark Sickles, Shabbat service in memory of Tom McCabe. Marcia Fleischner to the Roof Fund in honor of Harvey Casper's speedy recovery and in honor of my speedy recovery. That was so nice. Carol and Norman Korowitz, Roof Fund in honor of their new great-granddaughter, Riley Stein, and in honor of Rabbi Moss's speedy recovery. It worked. Hannah Klingsberg to Torah Study in memory of Susan Postal Sweet's brother, Dr. I. Michael Postal. Marilyn and Jerry Wilk to the Roof Fund in memory of Marilyn's mother, Beatrice Greenlick. James Hurt, Torah Study, congratulations to Marcus Basayo, Marina Belopolsky, and Israel Yeselevsky's grandson on becoming a bar mitzvah. That was last Saturday morning. It was very nice. Kelly Steyer to the Roof Fund in memory of her father, William Steyer, and in honor of Mia Ann Lami's naming. Susan Goincher to the Roof Fund in memory of Susan Postal Sweet's brother, Dr. I. Michael Postal. Susan Postal Sweet and Jay Sweet to the Roof Fund in honor of Rabbi Moss's speedy recovery. Lila Goldman to the Roof Fund in memory of her mother, Pearl Horowitz. Jill and Neil Broadman to Torah Study in memory of Neil's father, Richard Chase Broadman. Helene and Sidney Wartell, Torah Study in memory of Susan Postal Sweet's brother, Dr. I. Michael Postal, and in honor of Susan Postal Sweet's speedy recovery. Elaine and Norman Pollock to Torah Study in memory of Elaine's aunt, Fanny Curran, and in memory of Elaine's mother, Gussie Sokol. And we do have some announcements, but before we move on to the rest of the announcements, I'd like to introduce someone who really needs no introduction, but I'm going to give her one anyway. Judy Stern, among her many roles, she's our High Holy Day Chair, and she has important information to share with us.
Shabbat Shalom. Okay. I'm sure you've all received your booklet for the High Holy Days. If you haven't, we have plenty more. And for any guests tonight, please take one and join us for the High Holy Days. We need you to fill out the form for your tickets for the services. Even if you have a set seat that you've purchased, we still need to know whether or not you are coming to services. So please let us know. Also, if you are going up north or visiting somewhere and will not be here for the High Holy Days, please let us know. We'll be very happy to get a reciprocal letter out to that temple so that you can worship wherever you please. Also, we have an Erev Rosh Hashanah dinner catered by Diamond Caterers. Please let us know if you'd like to join us for that. And there are 4 choices of entree. Please mark the correct one. And then there's Break the Fast, which is a very bountiful buffet of wonderful goodies, and we hope that you would join us on that. Please let us know by filling out that part of the form. And so please, if there's any friends of yours that wish to join us and worship with us for the holidays, take some forms and give it to them. We will be selling tickets to non-members starting August 10th, and you may pick up your tickets anytime after that, or I will give them to you after that at a Friday night service. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judy.
But wait, there's more. Okay, we are still, Judy did touch on all of the High Holy Day things that are going on. I want to make sure you know we're still accepting your loved ones' names for our Book of Remembrance, and you can take care of this tonight if you didn't already. The deadline is coming up. It's August 14th. You can see our Executive Vice President, Marcia Weber, at the table near the Oneg tonight. She has all the forms you need, and she even has last year's book if you want to repeat the names you had last year. You can send a very special greeting of apples and honey and support Temple Sinai Sisterhood. Send to your temple friends or those outside the temple. Pick up a yellow flyer. It looks like this. Tonight we have a metal rack with a lot of flyers on it. You can get that and take a look and do it. We also have forms again for you to sign up for the dinner, Erev Rosh Hashanah dinner and break the fast. And also, as Judy mentioned, some people do purchase a seat in the sanctuary. That means you have a plaque on the back of the seat that either has your name or you have it in your name in memory of or in honor of someone or something. What that means is every year on High Holy Days, you can sit in that seat. All the other seats are, you get a seat in the sanctuary and you find it when you get here, but if you have that privilege, then you'll have that privilege forever. We have the information at a little table, and you can see me for that. Let's go. Brotherhood is heading to a real baseball game as the Marlins take on the Chicago Cubs at Marlins Stadium in Miami on September 6th. The deadline to sign up is this Thursday, August 6th, but why wait? Sign up tonight. It's going to be a great day at the ballpark. Flyers are available at the Oneg, and you can see Jay Sweet to sign up or fill out a flyer and just hand it in by August 6th. If you're visiting tonight, I know we have some wonderful visitors and would like information about membership, you can find the table at the Oneg with the membership sign, and our membership committee will answer any questions you have. And of course, if you know someone who wants to learn more about why Temple Sinai is so special, invite them to our open house on Friday, August 14th at 5:30 p.m. Enjoy hors d'oeuvres, wine, meet the clergy, temple leaders, and volunteers. And there are flyers for that in the back of the room if you want to take some and distribute them to your friends. Rabbi's class on the month of Elul and High Holy Day Boot Camp with Rabbi Steve and Cantor Shear are coming up on August 20th and 27th. There is information on all of these things and a lot more in this blue pamphlet. Please take one and take it home and take a look at it, or take a look while you're here and sign up for things. You heard Michael Porter's beautiful voice doing his Torah blessing tonight, and we thought it's a good time to remind you that on February 5th, Brotherhood is having not Doo-Wop Shabbat this year, it's going to be Beach Boys Shabbat. So you'll hear Michael and some others sing again. Probably he's got the best voice, just saying. Anyway, put that on your calendar. Friday, February 5th. Rabbi and Judy Moss are planning a fantastic trip to Israel in October 2027. If you're interested, speak to either one of them, or you can even see me and just give me your email so we can send you the link to the itinerary and information next week. There is no Zohar tomorrow morning. Morning Shabbat services at 10:30. Torah study on Zoom at 12:30. The links are in the email that you get with all the links for services. Tzedakah tonight will go to the local food pantries. Your donations are always appreciated. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I believe, Mark, I think you told me this week that we raised $292,000? How much? 293. So, there's certain marks, certain milestones. So we need to raise $500,000 for the roof and roof repairs and keep it up. And anyway, we're up to 293,000, which is therefore 7,000 short of 300,000, correct? Wouldn't you like to be the one who gives the 7,000 and puts us up to 300,000? Any one of you could be that person, right, Mark? And we'll give you a special gift on it, and also a part of the roof will have your name right on it. Yes. So anyway, keep that in mind. We're getting really close to that 300,000 mark, which is very nice. Obviously, the more that's raised, the less of eventually a loan or mortgage we'll have to take out sometime next year. So keep that in mind. We are moving up there, thanks to the gratitude of and the generosity of many people here in our congregation, that's for sure, and others as well, which is kind of amazing. Before I offer the closing prayer, which is why I'm here now at this time, at this place up here, is that on July 30th, which was yesterday, right? Yep. And that is 1492, it was the anniversary of 200,000 Jews being expelled from Spain. Actually, of the 200,000, some of them were forced to convert, others of them were burnt at the stake who refused to convert, and whatever numbers remained, they were sent forth to find a place as a Jew somewhere in the world. And I was informed that Larry Lopeda's family was at that time there in that place. And so we need to be grateful for those who came before us and those who did survive in order to enable us to be Jewish and to enjoy our worship, our lives, our forthcoming New Year, life itself. And so that very special word is what? L'chaim. Everyone please stand.
I also have a song, closing song, right after prayer or before? No. Okay, so I also have a little surprise for you, but they're all standing. We should have them sit. For our closing song, as Laurie said beautifully, in this week's Torah portion, Moses reminds us to remember the entire journey, not only the destination. And our lives are filled with mountains to climb, valleys to cross, and dreams worth pursuing. As we live today, may we have the courage to keep climbing, to keep hoping, and to keep walking toward the people we are meant to become.
Guess what song?
One of my favorite musicals.